everyone, it's Sarah from pinkcricket.com, and today we are going to make a fun Christmas project. This is the project we're going to make. It's a little Santa Britches kind of thing, and you can fill it with candy or whatever you want. So this is what we're going to make. I saw this at our local scrapbooking store, and it was just too cute not to try and show you guys how to do it. So I had the written instructions that I picked up from the scrapbooking store, but it was a little complicated, and I thought maybe some of you guys might like a video. And I haven't done a video in a couple weeks, so I also made a silhouette file. So if you have a silhouette cameo or anything like that, you can hop over to pinkcricket.com and you can download that file, and it'll cut all the pieces and score them. I mean, most of the pieces it will score them. It won't score like the little strips or anything, but everything else, and then you can just put it right together. So super easy. So you are going to need red cardstock, white cardstock, and some black cardstock. And I chose black glittery cardstock from DCWV. I love their glitter stacks. And you're going to need a cutter and a scoring tool of some sort. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by cutting 2 pieces of red cardstock at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. This is actually the third one I've done today because I wanted to make the file, and so I had to make sure it worked. So there's the 2 pieces of red cardstock, and then we're going to need some more of our red cardstock. And we're just going to take the same scrap piece that we had from our 8 1/2 by 11, and we're going to take just 8 inches of it, and then we're going to cut some slivers, some strips of just 3/8 of an inch. So 5. It's awful small. 3/8 is awful small. Which is, it comes in nice if you have the silhouette file because it just cuts it for you. Okay. So I'm going to try to cut my tiny little strips. And it's underneath the ruler, so I can't really see what I'm doing. I just have to aim and hope that it cuts it the right length or the right width. Okay. Okay, after we have those pieces done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab, that's all the red you're going to need. We're going to go ahead and grab our white. And for the white, you're going to need 2 1/2-inch strips. And the 1/2-inch strips only have to be about 6 inches. So I was looking because my directions didn't say, and for my file I wanted to make it exact. So 6 inches, and then it's going to be a 1/2 inch. Still kind of hidden under my ruler, but I can see it a little better. And these are for his little cuffs of his pants. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, okay? Then we're done with our white, okay? Hopefully you guys are following along a little bit. Then we need our black. For our black, we also just need a long strip. And the strip that we're going to cut, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the whole 12-inch length. I don't need quite that much, but you can trim it as you go. So that way we don't have to worry about it. And for the black, we're going to cut it at 3/4 of an inch. Again, I'm not following the directions that I got. I wanted a thicker belt, so they had a thinner one, and I thought the thicker one looked better. So we're going to cut it at 3/4 of an inch. If I can find my 3/4 of an inch. I am just kind of crazy today. Tonight, actually. It's bedtime. Okay. Then, like I said, we're not going to need the whole thing, but there's our little black glittery belt. Okay. Then the other thing you're going to need is a little buckle. And I used a yellowish goldish color to make my buckle. I cut it out, both times I made it, I cut it out on the cameo. But you can hand cut one super simply. You just need to, this is DCWV adhesive paper, you just need to cut a rectangle, and you don't have to get super fancy. And then you can cut the center out of the rectangle. Alright, so now let's put this together, but we need to score our red, our big red pieces, okay? And we're going to score them exactly the same. So I'm going to score one with you, and then we'll fast forward while I do the other one. We're going to score on the long side. So You want to be making all your scores going down the short side, if that makes sense. And our score lines are going to be 1/2 inch, and then 1 3/4, and then 3 inches, and then 4 1/4. Okay, and then we're going to go to the bottom of this, and it doesn't matter which side is the bottom, just pick a side. And at the bottom we're going to do 1 1/4. So let's see, there we go. 1 1/4, and we're just going to score along the bottom. Okay, so you're going to have all kinds of little flaps, and what you're going to do here is there's a teeny tiny little rectangle in the left corner, and you're just going to go ahead and cut that piece completely out. So I'm going to cut up and across. It's the only teeny tiny rectangle on your whole piece, so you won't mess that up, okay? So there we have just this much with this missing piece. If you download the Cameo file, the silhouette file, then this is already done for you. And then for all of these little squares at the bottom, we're just going to cut all the little slits right up. Again, on the Cameo file, it's done for you. Okay, so now we have flaps, 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 okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fold on all of these lines right now. And then we're going to fast forward for the next one. Okay, we're back. So, I don't want to lose any of my pieces. I'm just going to crisp up these lines so that his pants are nice and ironed. Looks like Mrs. Claus is doing her job at home, I guess, if she's the one who irons. Must be a good job doing Mrs. Claus. Okay, so crisping up the lines, you should have 2 of these because there's 2 pant legs, okay? And how I'm going to adhere mine together is I'm going to use score tape because it's easy for me to do in a video because I don't have to pull off that red line tape. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that right to this tab, okay, the skinny little tab. Peel it off, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fold it around and connect it so it lines up. Okay, that's what we have. Now we just need to fold all these tabs in, and you can start gluing whichever ones you want. You can just glue the last 2 if you want, or you can glue them all. So I am just going to glue the last 2, I think. So there's our little, you can see how it kind of looks like a pant leg, right? I know, I haven't done videos in a couple weeks, and I thought, actually my friend Julie from Bit of Bling told me that I should just make a video for this because it might be hard to put together. So that's why we're doing it. So there's one pant leg, kind of just looks weird right now. You're going to adhere the other one the exact same way by using your red line tape or your score tape or something super, super, super sticky because you don't want it to come apart. You don't want his pants falling off, okay, because that would be really wrong. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to adhere this together, and I'm going to fast forward for you guys. Okay, so we have our 2 little pant legs, okay? And you can kind of see how it's coming together, and it's going to look like this. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere our little cuffs. These I didn't bother scoring, and this is how I do it. I just find a spot that I'm going to start in, usually like halfway, and then I just crease it where where the folds are, okay? Nothing super complicated. These may be a little long, so you can trim it if you need to, okay? And again, I'm not going to use any kind of fancy glue either. I'm just going to use regular ATG, and we're just going to go with that, okay? And then again, we're just going to lay it down exactly where we had our folds. Fold it around on all the sides so the back overlaps just a teeny bit. Okay, 1 pant leg with a little cuff. If you had some like fuzzy stuff to put at the bottom of this, or some glitter or something, I don't know if Santa would wear sequins, but that would look kind of cute. Alright, so let's do the other one, same exact thing. We're just going to fold it around to kind of see where we need to put our our, where it's gonna lay. Sorry. Okay, and then like I'm gonna trim mine just a teeny bit. And then I'm just gonna lay adhesive down and then put it on its little pant leg. Seems a lot more complicated than it is. I think once you do one, it gets much easier. And you have to make more than one of these because they're so cute. Okay, 2 pant legs. Now back to our score tape, because this part we want to keep our legs we want to keep our legs together. We don't want them coming apart. So we are going to put a couple strips of adhesive on here just because, like I said, we don't want them to come apart. So, and then you're just going to line them up best you can and put them together. And then kind of stick your fingers down in there so you can get the legs stuck together, okay? Next part is our belt. We are going to adhere this exactly like we adhered our cuffs, our white cuffs. So we're going to kind of find a middle point, and then we're just going to kind of fold it around so we know where we're going. This one I told you guys just to leave at 12 inches, which was way too much, but it doesn't hurt anything. You can trim it in the back wherever you feel comfortable trimming it. Okay? It's better to have too much than too little. And I'm just going to lay down ATG again. Okay? And then we're just going to go ahead, lay Santa down on his back, I guess, and put his little belt on. Okay, and try to line it up with the top of the red, and then fold it around on both sides till it overlaps in the back. Okay, make sure he's on there real good and tight. All right, next part is our little belt buckle that we hand cut, or you cut out with your Cameo or whatever. And this one's already adhesive. Like I said, I used DCWV adhesive paper, and I'm just going to stick it right on the front. Next and last part really is just this little straps, his little overall straps. So what we're going to do is our teeny tiny little straps, we're going to put a little bit of adhesive, and you can use score tape for this. For time's sake, I am going to use just ATG, just a teeny bit on each end, on the same side. Okay, and then you're going to take one, you're going to start them out right here in the front, but when you come back to the back, you're going to crisscross it a little. You're going to crisscross it, period, not a little. Alright, and then you're going to start this one here, and then you're going to crisscross it in the back, and then you're going to adhere it to the back. Now, I think it kind of looks silly because it does it like it's just like a handle, but if you kind of work with it with your fingers and kind of like not crease the top, but just fold it a little, then it kind of looks more like overalls. Okay, but you can kind of do that however you want to. And then of course fill the baby up with candy, and you have this cute little project for a teacher or your kids or whatever. I added a tag, and I used the Joyful tags from Pink by Design. This stamp set has amazing, wonderful, beautiful sentiments on it, including Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, like everything you could think of. And it comes with little tag shapes so you can make them into little tags. Super cute, and it's on sale today. So if you want to hop over to pinkbydesignstore.com, you can check it out and pick one up for yourself. Mine says Merry Christmas. Thanks guys, have a good week, and I'll see you in my next video.
Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not